Hi.
Yeah. Hang on, let me get set here. I need to turn our police scanner down.
And John, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
I can, yes. I just texted my supervisor who's coming up. He's gonna do the interview.
Okay.
Nice to see you in person.
Yeah.
I know we've talked a good bit from time to time and emailed, so it's nice to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I sent you in the email, you're going to speak to Supervisory Special Agent Jason Kaplan.
Yeah. And we need about 1.5 to 2 minutes of video for this. So I know we blocked off 15 minutes, but I won't need the entire 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I thought you meant you needed me to send you some sort of B-roll cover.
No. Well, if you have any, yeah, but we got some. Okay. We got some video from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. So we took care of that.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I just texted him and told him we're ready. We don't want to talk really too many specifics about like the Savannah Childers case, but more of like kind of warning.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Look for. One of the things that we've done in the past that you might actually find interesting is rather than kind of warn people about specific apps or specific social media sites, more of like a category of really what you should be looking for. Because what happens is if we talk about specific sites, then the bad guys just go somewhere else.
No, I was going to mostly ask him about a profile of these online child predators, a specific profile if y'all have one.
Yeah, I think he can probably offer you something, but I don't know that we might have like a specific profile, but we definitely, would have some information that, parents can benefit from.
Okay.
So let me just give him a quick call. He should be walking up. And there he is. This is
John, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can hear and see you fine. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yeah, you're a Supervisory Special Agent Jason Kaplan?
Yes.
Okay. As I told your colleague, we need about a 1.5 to 2 minute video that we're tape recording from Zoom here.
Okay.
We're writing what we call an enterprise story on online child predators.
Mm-hmm.
And I wondered if we could just start this conversation. Could you give our readers a profile of a typical online child predator? Okay. And can be as specific as possible?
Well, I think it's difficult when you say typical profile because we have sort of a broad spectrum of sort of ages, races, and ethnicities. But I think one thing that typically we're finding is that a lot of times there are people who are very knowledgeable about the internet, how to remain anonymous. So they know how to use VPNs and how to use different ways to stay anonymous, create multiple accounts on different platforms. So typically when we find somebody, a predator who's trying to entice a child or who's sort of familiar with these different ways to people who are part of a community who share information about how to stay anonymous and how to trick kids.
Okay. But the most recent cases out of Davidson County, the perpetrators were adult men, mostly white men. Is that typical? Mostly men in their 20s to 40s. Is that the typical profile of one of these online child predators?
I mean, I guess what I'll say is that I've been doing these investigations for a long time. Anecdotally, typically we're seeing that some of the predators are becoming younger and younger more recently in the last few years. But I would say certainly that in the investigations that the FBI is working here in North Carolina, the majority are men, and they're typically I would say that they're targeting young teenagers, sometimes girls, and then sometimes boys also.
Okay. And finally, the people I talked to says that these websites and chat rooms and social media sites, they're just not safe places. No matter what parents can try to do, they're just not safe places for children who liable to meet adult men on these settings. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, I think the safety of the sites that they're on, I disagree in the sense that you can be safe online. There is a way to do it. It's very similar to a playground in a neighborhood. It is a playground can be a very safe place for children to play with other children, supervised by their parents. But if you have a child who's playing by themselves in a playground with no adult supervision, just by themselves, and you expect that child to protect themselves, I think it would be fair to say that that's not always safe. And the internet is the same. If you don't have parents who are engaged, teachers who understand what type of activities the kids are doing, then it's possible for them to be targeted by a predator.
Okay, but that's all I have, Mr. Kaplan. Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.